welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 239. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you haven't already, please click that little red subscribe button down below. And if you push the little bell-shaped icon next to that and click all, that will let you know anytime I post a video, which is Saturdays and Wednesdays, and whenever there's really something good going on, like a yarn sale or something like that. So, it's been a monumental week here. I have reached 3,200 subscribers. So, how exciting. I am very excited about that. Thank you all for all of the kind words and congratulations that you have put over in the comments on that particular video. I am doing a giveaway in case you missed it. I will put I will put a link right up here if you want to go over to that particular video, and you can enter the giveaway for a free skein of yarn if you are the winner. The information of how to enter and everything is over on that video. So thank you to all of you who have already gone over and done that, and good luck. For all of my returning viewers, thank you so much for coming by, and it's because you guys stopped by that we've hit 3,200 people. So I looked, and you know, when you say 3,200, that doesn't sound like a whole lot when you think in comparison to a lot of these other bigger channels. But I live in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and that is almost half of the population of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So when you think of it that way, that's really exciting. So thank you so much, each of you, for coming by each week and chatting with me and watching what I've got going on in the yarn cave. So I do have a couple of finished objects this week. I actually have 3 finished objects if you count each of the mittens. Now if you remember this mitten from last week, it didn't look right. I'll insert a picture. You can see what it looked like. Definite mitten malfunction. So I ripped it out, and this is what it looks like now. And then I knitted another. Now you may be going, Katrina, that's a pointy mitten. I actually did these kind of based on Norwegian style mittens, which are pointy. And there's a reason for that. Let's see, if you put my hand right here, it perfectly fits my hand. So anyway, that is what they look like. I kind of roughly followed a pattern, or loosely followed a pattern and then modified it to work. This is probably my last pair of mittens that I will make, though, because we had a donation come in at work. These are going to be for the hat and mitten tree at my work, which we do every Christmas. However, we had a huge donation of gloves the other day. I mean, we're talking box full of gloves. So they're not going to need any of these. There was like probably over 100 and some pairs of gloves in there. So mittens are covered, so I'll just work on hats from here on out. So that was project number 1 that I finished. Now let me show you my other finished object. This is my plaid afghan, and yes, I put the plaid part in now. So here it is. So I am very happy with how it turned out. I did not do, if you look at the thinner stripes, which are the cross hatching that cause it to be plaids, I did it in the blue and the gold. I did not do it in the yellow because both ends of the afghan start in yellow, which means the stripes would not show up until just through these sections here, which would look a little on the weird side. So I didn't think that through all the way. Had I really thought about it, I could have put like white or something like that, or a deep navy stripe through it, but I didn't, and I'm not going to because I like the way it turned out. So again, there it is. And its total height, it's almost square. I would say it's probably about 4 feet square. So it's about 4 feet by 4 feet. So it's like a lapgan type of thing, which is fine for down in our living room, which is where it's going. I have afghans over like all the arms of the sofas. I have a sofa and a love seat and 2 chairs, 3 chairs down there. So yeah, I have Afghans like all over the place that are in these same yellow and blue colors, so everything kind of ties together, sorta. So anyway, those are my 2 finished objects. Now we come to my work in progress. And I want to say a big thank you to those of you who told me why this was such a yarn hog. If you remember last week, okay, this is the Afghan I am making. This one's for my son. And I've already used 2 skeins of yarn, and this is all the further I have gotten. It's roughly 4 feet across, and it's only about 15 inches tall. 2 skeins, that's all I've gotten so far, and that's how much it is. But I am doing a 3D cluster stitch, and I'll hold this up close so you can see it. So here is my 3D cluster stitch. And yeah, I'm going to, at this point, finish making the Afghan. I'm not going to turn it, you know, rip it all out or anything. But I won't be making this pattern again. As much as I like it, and it is reversible, so it looks the same on both sides, it's using an awful lot of yarn. So I have another Afghan to make yet for my daughter and son-in-law. It won't be this pattern. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. I will give her some options. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And the Afghan I made for my granddaughter, I am giving to her as you watch this today, because we're going to her graduation party, and since it's finished, she's going to get it then. So now it's time to do our show and tell. Now, there are some viewers that sent me some pictures that haven't either posted pictures for a while, or they're new to the channel and this is their first posting. So I want to welcome those people who have just entered some items in for our show and tell segment so that we can all check out what each other are making. So that being said, I'm going to roll the footage of what you all have been working on this week. Now in my acquisitions this week, I got a huge amount of acquisitions. Hang on, let me hold the bags up. Yes, I said bags. Hobby Lobby was doing their yearly clearance sale. Quite weighty. Yeah, thank you to the viewer, Nana Kate, who told me about this. I hurried over to the store and did a little bit of shopping. Actually, I did a lot of shopping. So that is going to be Wednesday's video. You can check out and see what I got. I would do it now, but it would take a long time, and this would be a very long video. So it's going to be Thursday's video, or Wednesday's video instead. So stay tuned Wednesday to see what I got from the Hobby Lobby clearance sale. So we had a funny thing happen at work this week. We've been doing inventory all week long. And so we had this metal wire shelf that we were trying to get into a closet. Now the building I work in is an old building. I mean, the library I work in was built on top of where an old Catholic church used to be. So when they tore the Catholic church was falling apart. The steeple had fallen down through the roof and everything when they tore the rest of it down and built the library. But they saved the rectory portion, which is where the priests lived, and that's where my offices are. So it's an old building, and I mean, the building I'm in was built, I believe, in the early 1950s, but it was built on the foundations and structure of one that was there from the 1860s. So it's an old building. Needless to say, there's very few walls in there that are straight. So we needed to put the shelf in, and it was too wide of a wire shelf. So I took home the shelf. I volunteered Dave to cut the shelf so that it would fit. But not taking into account, the person who measured it didn't realize, or didn't, just didn't take into account that the walls aren't straight. They tend to go in and out, and I ran across that in one of the other closets down on the floor below. So I go in there with this wire shelf that should have been the right width, depending on where you measured it, and I put it in, and the shelf got wedged, not flat. It got wedged sideways. I mean, literally this way, gouged into the wall sideways. Wouldn't go anywhere. I couldn't get it to move. I have no idea how I got in there that hard. I couldn't get it out again. So another one of the ladies that works there said, well, let me try. So she climbed up on a stool and she's yanking on it. She can't get it to work either. So then we have one guy who works on our department, and he's like, let me go try it. Maybe I'm tall enough, maybe I can give it a good, get it loose again. So he climbs up. So as he's yanking it, trying to get it out, he goes, how in the world were you this strong to get this in here this hard? I said, I have no idea. I said, maybe because it's gouged into the wall, which now means it is like probably like loosening all of the asbestos dust that's floating around in the closet right now. He's like, okay, that's enough for me. I think I'll get out from the closet. So he pulls out from there. And they all are looking at me like, how in the world did you get in that hard? I went, Batwing power! Batwing power! So, yeah. Anyway, the wedge, when I left, the shelf was still wedged into the closet. And one of the ladies there has a Sawzall and is going to actually bring it in and cut it to get it out of the closet so we can put it in the way it was supposed to be to begin with. So that was our fun and excitement at work yesterday. Now it's time for... Now in our Come and Get It section this week, I keep saying this each week, it's going to be relatively short because so many of them do flash sales. Annie's, when I am filming this, it's Thursday evening, so there is a sale that is running until Thursday night, so I don't know what the new sale is for Annie's yet. They run one right after the other, just like Lion Brand does. So as far as Lion Brand goes and Annie's, they will be announced as they happen. The same with Lovecrafts, because right now as I'm filming this, they're having a DK weight yarn sale, but it ends Thursday night, which is, again, when I'm filming this. So I will tell you about the one I do know about. First off, Leisure Arts. This isn't really a sale, but it's something I saw that they have that I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. They have a knit one and they have one for crochet as well. It's a pocket guide to different stitches. So it's a small stitch encyclopedia that you can carry and like stick in your notions pouch, or if you're traveling someplace. So you don't have to carry a book with you to learn the stitches or whatever if you have to second guess yourself on something. And I think they're $4.99, $4.95, something like that. I'll put it down here what the price is on them. But anyway, they have one for knit and for crochet. And the links to these sales will be down below in the description box. The other sale I know about is running, I'm not sure for how many weeks. It's a different sale each week. It's Knit Picks. Monday will start their next week's sale, so I don't know yet what it is. I will put a short little video out on Monday and let you know what the current sales are that I know of for the week. But right now it ends, it's a sale that's running for this past week. It runs from Monday until Sunday. So you have today, which is Saturday, and you have tomorrow, which is Sunday, June 20th, which is Father's Day here in the US, for this week's sale through Knit Picks. This week's sale is 25% off of bare yarn. Now what bare yarn is all of the yarn bases that Knit Picks sells, like Hawthorne, Stroll, Dishy, all those different brands. It is that yarn without any dye to it. So it's bare, meaning it's undyed. Now the fun part about that is you can get mini skeins, and I might do this because it'd be kind of fun. If you want to sample some of these yarn bases but don't want to buy the whole skein, you can actually get mini skeins of it that are $1.50 for 10 grams. I'm not sure, it depends on the yarn and the weight, how many yards that is. But wouldn't that be fun to play with and dye and have a bunch of little mini skeins for $1.50 a piece? So just a thought. But they have all different types of yarn bases. They have some that are merino, they have merino silk, they have Highland wool, which is a little on the scratchier side. They have like their Knit Picks palette yarn. They have that yarn, but it's undyed. So like I said, all of the yarns that they carry, the bare yarn is that brand that's undyed. So that sale is 25% off, and it does end on Sunday, June 20th. And then again, as I said, Monday they will start their next week's sale. So the video, I will put a short little sales clip out on Monday and let you know what the current sales are for that. So that is the Come and Get It this week. And that's the end of the video for this week because it was relatively short. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you enter the giveaway. Again, the link, I will put it at the end of the video as well in case you didn't click it when it was up there. So you can click it at the end if you want. And make sure you enter. You do need to enter on that particular video. And I will be putting a video out on Thursday to announce the winner. So good luck to everybody. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you later. Bye, everybody.